Hi. What are we up to? Nice top. It's a dress. Look how cute this is. Ah, it's a cute little patchwork dress. I know, I got this on Vinted. It's like, if I can spend £8 and get something from a brand that I like, as opposed to spending 60, I'll buy on Vinted all day, every day. Hell yeah, baby. Does it have pockets? It does! Yeah, look at this. One on each side. Living the dream. Anyway, yeah, I went to Alton Towers over the weekend. If you guys remember Daz, he had an attraction open at Alton Towers, which was very, very cool. It was like a scare maze kind of thing. It was terrifying because there was live actors throughout it. So every time you tried to go around a corner, someone would be like, whoa! And you'd be like, ah! And it's like dark. There's strobe lighting. So every now and then you would go completely blind because it's just strobe. So you know when it's like complete darkness, there's suddenly flash of light and you're like, it was one of those kind of things. And I didn't record the maze itself because we weren't allowed to. It did happen, I promise. It was real. Anyway, it was really fun. I had fun. The next day we went on a bunch of roller coasters. And I got to stay in like this little hobbit town. Dude, it was the coolest thing. If you watched my Instagram, you'll have seen it. But it was like this little hobbit village. This village with like loads of different lodges, and they all had like big circle doors, and it was all woodlandsy and adorable. It was so cute. I've never been to Alton Towers before, so it was extra exciting. And I'm gonna show you the picture. Hang on, because it cracks me up every time. This one was on Galactica. Yeah, it was pretty funny. That one was a really weird ride though, because you know, so most roller coasters, you sit and then the bar comes over you and you're like, wee. This one, you sit and then there's like a chest harness sort of thing. Before the ride starts, you all tilt forward, so you are basically like, all the pressure is on your chest and your stomach, sort of facing the ground. And then the whole ride is like, you on your stomach, like putting all your faith in the fucking latch of this roller coaster thing, and you go backwards through some of it as well. So some of it you're on your back, just like hurtling, going up through the air. It was really, really fun though. I wish I could have gone on that ride again. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Record scratch, freeze frame. You like the other picture of you next to the height measure? Yeah, we were joking about the fact that I misread one of the measures and I thought it was saying that was only 1.4 meters when I know for a fact I'm 1.6. So then we were joking about the fact that I was 1.2 and far too small to go on the road. You see Brad and Mara in the glasses. Wait, really? Enhance! They're in there. Meanwhile, Maya posted his room tour. Yeah, okay. What's really funny about that is that we got to the hotel. There'd been a bit of a mix-up. They only had one room for 3 of us, but the room slept 4 people, so it wasn't a big deal. Maybe I'm okay, but they are both over 6 foot tall and grown men. And the only other bed option, apart from the double bed in the room, was these really small bunk beds. And as much as I would have really enjoyed seeing them both cram into these really tiny bunk beds, yeah, it was maybe a bit cruel. Luckily, a few people dropped out for the event, so we managed to get a couple rooms for them both. So then they're all complaining the whole time, like, oh, we're gonna be staying in the woodland area? Really? Like, we're not gonna get into an actual hotel? We have to stay in the lodges? And I was like, what are we complaining about? And then they got rooms. So I was like, oh, you've probably got like a couple of lodge rooms. So they go and collect their keys while I unpack some stuff. And then they message me and they're like, oh, we're in the hotel, by the way. And I was like, what? So then they're spending the whole time bragging at me because they're in the hotel. And I'm like, I keep saying to them that I really like the Woodland Lodge and I'm completely fine with being there. And they just didn't believe me for some reason. To be honest, I got the better deal. I got a Hobbit Lodge. It was awesome. They thought they had the better deal. They were convinced that they had the good end of the stick. And I was like, how dare you complain about a free night somewhere? Like, honestly. They loved the part of the New York vlog where you said you'll film the tattoos you got later, and then you got pizza in the vlog hard end. Yeah, my editor was like, hey, have you got any pictures of the tattoo? And I was like, there it is. It's an eye. I actually got 2 tattoos, but the other one's on my ribcage, so you can't see it. And also, ribcage tattoos fucking suck. I'm just gonna put that out there. It was a really small tattoo, and it sucked, and I hated it. It was really weird because there were some sections of this tattoo, it's just here. It's not big, it's tiny. Some sections of it where I was like, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. I could feel every tiny vibration of the needle. And then other sections, she's like doing bits, and I'm like, I can't feel this at all. In that tiny little space, how much variety there was in the sensation was wild. I'm trying not to mess with my hair too much, but part of me is tempted to get some blonde highlights put back in the front. But then I'm like, I really don't want to bleach my hair again. It's already, look at it, man. It's, this isn't good. It's fluffy. Like, this isn't a good thing, trust me. It's dry, and I'm trying so many things to like make it less dry. I am going through so much. I'm in the trenches right now. I'm having this weird problem though, because I'm not shaving my sideburns. I really, really hate my sideburns being shaved, which does mean I have this weird thing that happens here. Look at this. Look at this stupid this looks. If I shave my sideburns, I look more like an egg, and I don't need help looking like an egg. I'm already halfway there, and it doesn't help. This haircut is definitely only available with mods. This is what I get for shaving my own hair. But I mean, look at that. I got pretty good close to the line that I was getting without taking any major chunks out of my hair while shaving it myself. You know how hard that is? You know how hard it is to achieve that? Shaving your own hair. I did take a chunk out at the back. I was like running my hand through my hair afterwards, and just like a bunch of long hair came out, and I was like, oops. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Eggs are okay, in your opinion. Well, I don't know. I feel like I like eggs, but I don't like looking like an egg. Also, I think what's the crack? I feel like, hang on. I say it in a Scottish context a lot of the time, but I know it is typically in Irish. And I wonder if it was just that my Scottish friends picked it up from people they knew from Ireland, or if it's a crossover that some people from Scotland also say. There's actually a really weird crossover with some, especially Northern Irish and Scotland. Oh wait, no, it is, yeah, Scots. Wait, hang on, I'm reading, hang on. The word crack is derived from the Middle English crack, meaning loud conversation or bragging talk. A sense of crack found in Northern England and Scotland, meaning conversation or news, produces expressions such as, what's the crack? Meaning, how are you? Or have you any news? The word was borrowed into Irish with the spelling, you know, C-R-A-I-C. And the Irish spelling was then reborrowed into English, so then that became canon for English users to use. That is so interesting. What? Wait, so it's actually a Lancashire term. I feel like I should know that since I am from Lancashire. So this is, now I feel less bad about using it all the time because it's my word. Wait, I inherited this word. This is mine. I can use it. All right, we're great. I just claimed it as my word. I own this word. It's mine. Okay, all right, this one makes sense. Do you want out? Hey, do you want out from the shops? I have to try hard not to use that phrase in regular life now because nobody knows what it means. Just, do you want anything? Oh yeah, you don't hear soz either. Growing up, a lot of it was like, oh, soz, mate. Yeah, no, mate, soz. Soz for that. Soz hard. Oh yeah, soz hard. It's a whole other fucking language, man. It's revealing what you really think of Scottish people. I think Scottish people are fantastic. I think they're hilarious and fantastic, and I love all of them. So, like, anytime I hear any sort of Scottish accent, I'm like, yes. This is so good. I had a Scottish man tell me he was gonna rip off my piss flaps. You know what I think it was? It was seeing that Scottish people playing Call of Duty video. I wonder, let me find it. I'm begging you don't air this on stream. How bad could it be? No, they're usually pretty funny. Like, fuck up, man, you pure centipede. You got about 900 arms, man. Best insult I heard in Blackpool shouted at my mate, who at the time was a 6'4" rocker, get some new shoes. I had a lot of that growing up because I was definitely the goth/emo inclination. Did you take those cliches MySpace emo pics back in the day? Absolutely I did, yeah.